There's a phrase they teach in medical residency: see one, do one, teach one. The idea is that the second you've watched a procedure performed, done it yourself, and taught it to somebody else, you actually understand it. 3 exposures. The first is observation. The second is education. The third is articulation. And the third one, almost always, that's the one that locks understanding in place. I've run my career inside a rule for 20 years. And here's what most growth stage founders aren't realizing. You're already in the loop. You see the work, you do the work, you teach the work every time you onboard a new client. You've just never written it down. The work you give away in conversations, the explanations you've repeated 200 times, 200 different clients, the framework you can sketch on a napkin in 90 seconds when someone asks you how you do it, all intellectual property. You just haven't put it in a format yet. If you're a founder somewhere between $500,000 and $2 million in revenue, and you feel like you're trapped selling your hours, this is the episode I want you to listen to. I'm Camper Bull, a fractional CMO and COO and founder of Venture Gain. For 20 plus years, I've watched founders sit on intellectual property they don't even recognize as intellectual property. They've taught the same thing 300 times. They've answered the same question across 50 calls. They have a methodology. It's just living inside their head on a series of one-off Zoom calls and not anywhere a junior person could find it. The fix is not a new offer. The fix is a ladder. Everyone has ideas worth distributing. I believe that. Deeply after 20 years of watching it play out, the challenge is almost never the idea. The challenge is the format. Once you've explained it, taught it enough times, formats start to arrive on their own. We're humans. A pattern emerges in how you describe the work. A graphic suggests itself. A sequence of steps becomes blatantly obvious because you've walked the same sequence with 8 different clients. The founders who actually scale take that emerging format, codify it, draw the graphic, write the sequence down, and turn it into something that exists outside of their head. Not only does that create an easier system, it also gives you the ability to copyright it, and the work then is protected as an asset. You go from explaining the thing every time to handing over a thing and watch the explanation happen without you in the room. That move, when it happens, is the move that changes the trajectory of many businesses. So here's the ladder. 5 rungs, each one a real climb, none of them optional. If you want to stop selling time, run 1, do it yourself. This is where every service business starts. You sit in every meeting, you write every deliverable, you answer every email. The work is high quality because you are the work. The ceiling on the business is the number of hours you can stay awake. No business gets to pass $500,000 without spending time on ring 1. The mistake is staying there past the point of usefulness. Ring 2, the codifying of the system. You start writing down what you've been doing, the order of operations, the decisions, the rules, the questions you ask the first meeting, the questions you ask the third, the criteria you use to know when a deliverable is ready to ship. This is the rung where the format starts arriving. Don't fight it, let it arrive. Turn it into a one-pager, draw the graphic, name the steps, give the methodology a name, and then copyright it. Yes, actually take the legal step, file the registration. The cost is small, the clarity of ownership gives you enormous outcomes. You'd be surprised how much of your thinking only becomes visible once you write it down. The discipline of codification is also the discipline of refinement. You will improve the work in the act of describing that work. Rung 3, teach it once. Once the system is written down, you teach it. Pick one person who needs the framework you've codified. It could be a client, a team member, it could be a peer from a mastermind, it could be an audience. Teaching it once does 3 things you couldn't do any other way. It exposes the gaps in the framework, the places where the codified version doesn't actually work, or the explanation falls apart, or the graphic is unclear. The person you're teaching will ask the question you forget to answer in the document. It unlocks you in your own understanding. See one, do one, teach one. The third step isn't optional. The articulation is what crystallizes the work. It produces the first refinements. The framework on rung 3 is always better than the framework on rung 2. The teaching forces it. Rung 4, train others to deliver it. This is the rung where the business stops needing you in the room. You take the codified, refined methodology, you teach it to someone else to deliver it for you. A junior on your team, a licensed, a contractor, a partner. The test on rung 4 is not whether they can replicate your charisma. They can't. The test is whether the methodology produces the result close enough to your result that the clients get the value you would have delivered. If the methodology only works because you're the one delivering it, the methodology is not actually codified yet. Back to rung 2. But when the methodology works in someone else's hands, you've crossed the line from operation to system. The math of your business changes that week. Rung 5, license it. The rung most founders never reach. Not because they couldn't, but because they never put the time in on the first 4 rungs. Once the methodology is teachable, deliver it, and producing results in other people's hands, you can license it. Other people pay you for the right to use your framework, your tools, your training. The work happens, you're not in the room for any of it. The revenue, it still arrives. Tetrick wrote about this in 1986, Master wrote about this in 1993. The academic and operational literature on this has been settled for decades. The founders who don't get there almost never get there for one reason. They got stuck on rung 1 and never started writing things down on rung 2. So here's what the medical principle, the IP ladder, and the founders I've watched scale share. In every one of them, the move that changed the business was the move from doing to teaching. But Camper, you might say, what if my work is too custom to codify? What if every client is different? What if my framework would lose its edge if I wrote it down? Well, firstly, every single business says this. Almost none of them are right. The customization you think is the entire job is usually less than 20%. The first 80 is repeating itself across every client. 80% of what you do, you can codify. The custom part is absolutely custom. And secondly, the framework does not lose its edge by being written down. It gains an edge. A framework that exists only in your head can be hired away or stolen when you leave that Zoom call. A framework that's codified, copyrighted, and taught is an asset on your balance sheet. The founders who refuse to codify aren't protecting their edge. They're hiding from the discipline of articulation. So here are 3 actions, each one designed to climb 1 ring this quarter. Start here. Pull out a blank page. Write down the things you explain to every client. A framework you sketch on a napkin. The order of operations you walk through on the first call. The decision rules you use to scope an engagement. The way you describe a problem before you describe the solution. 3 questions you always ask. The 4 warning signs you always watch for. You'll have between 5 and 15 items. Most founders are surprised how long this list actually is. Each one of these items is intellectual property you give away every day. Every time you teach it on a sales call instead of pointing to a document, you're paying the tuition of the same lesson twice. This list is the catalog. The catalog is the first piece of evidence that you have for your IP. You can't climb the ladder until you see what's standing in your living room. A framework you can sketch in 90 seconds is not a habit. It's a product you haven't packaged yet. Pick one from the catalog, just one. The one you explain most often, the one you happily train a junior version of yourself to deliver. Then codify it into a document, 3 pages or less. Headed section, a graphic if it lends itself to it, numbered steps in a sequence, a decision tree if it's a diagnostic. The format is not the work. The decision to commit to the format, that's the work. Give the methodology a name, not a clever name, a useful name. The 5-step audit, the 3-question proposal framework, the 90-day onboarding sequence. The name is how you talk about it. The name is how your clients will refer to it. The name is what you eventually copyright. When the document is done, file the copyright. Cost is small, clarity enormous. You now have a registered piece of intellectual property on the books for your company. That alone is more than most service businesses ever have. It's the foundation everything else on the ladder is built on. A piece of expertise without a written format is a habit. A piece of expertise with a written format, that's an asset. Find one person and teach them the codified methodology you just wrote. A team member you're trying to develop, a client who wants to understand what they're paying for, a peer you trade work with, a small audience at a workshop or a private group. One person, one session. The methodology you just codified, walk through end to end with a document in front of you both, 3 things will happen. You'll discover what's missing in the document. The questions the person asked will reveal the gaps you didn't see when you were the only one reading it. Write those questions down and update the document. You'll lock in your own understanding. The articulation is what crystallizes the work. You will know the framework better the day after you teach it than you did the day before. You will start to feel what rung 4 would look like. Once you've taught it once, you can imagine teaching it to a junior who could then deliver it for you. The feeling is the bridge to the rung where the business stops needing you in the room. See one, do one, teach one. The third one is where the understanding lives. You don't have to climb all 5 rungs this quarter. You have to climb one. The compounding takes care of itself and the rest. 3 things to take from this. 1, everyone has ideas worth distributing. The challenge is in the format. Most growth stage founders are sitting on intellectual property they never recognized as intellectual property. 2, the IP ladder has 5 rungs. Do it yourself. Codify the system. Teach it once. Train others to deliver. License it. Most founders are stuck on rung 1, not because they can't climb, but because they never written down anything on rung 2. 3, see one, do one, teach one. The third exposure is the one that locks the understanding in place. A piece of expertise without a written format is a habit. A piece of expertise with a written format, that's an asset. If you want an IP ladder worksheet, the 5-rung climb diagram with a self-assessment that tells you which rung your business is currently on and which one of them to climb this quarter, it's in the description and pinned to the comments below this episode. It takes 15 minutes to complete. Bring honesty. What I'd love you to do this week is catalog. Take, 30 minutes. Write down things you explain to every new client. 5 items at minimum. 10 if the list gets going. Don't try to codify them yet. Just see them on the page. Put them in the comments below. Drop one item on your list that surprised you most. The thing you've been giving away for years that you didn't realize was real IP. Let's continue the conversation. Let's all learn from each other, because somewhere in those comments is the framework that's about to get written down for the first time. I look forward to talking to you soon. Camper.
Thanks for tuning into today's episode on the Strategy Session, where we take your business from stuck to unstoppable. Here's another video I think you'd enjoy. If you found these insights valuable, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell for notifications on our latest videos. Remember, you're not just marketing, you're making history with Venture Gained.